Alarm shattered the hum of Station Epsilon. 7. Commander Vera Kor's claws flew across the security panel. She slammed the lockdown on Bay 9. Bulkheads sealed with a hydraulic hiss. Red strobes painted the deck in pulsing crimson. The pod had come from nowhere. No hail. No transponder. It crushed into the clamps like a meteor, sparks erupting from twisted metal. Vera's security feed showed a battered shell, hull scarred by plasma burns and micrometeors. Her squad hustled in behind her, 4 armored Krell guards, rifles hot. Parameter hold, Vera barked, her voice cut through the klaxons. Full scan, no one approaches until clear. Rook Halden's voice crackled over comms from the docks. Commander, manifests show nothing inbound. That's a ghost pod. Evac protocols? Hold evac, Vera snapped. It's clamped. Containment first. She advanced, visor scanning for breaches. The pod's hatch smoked, bolts fused from re-entry heat. No life signs pinged yet, or weapons, but her gut twisted, too quiet after that impact. Kefsar jogged up, the liaison's frills quivering.
Commander.
Unregistered like this. Could be Corsairs baiting us. Vera waved him back. Stay sharp, Kef. Cover the vents.
She gripped the hatch wheel. Servos whined. Dead.
Alarms escalated, hull stress, radiation spike, comms blackout in the bay. The pod systems fought her station's net.
Manual override, Vera roared. She braced her boots and heaved.
Muscles strained under her exosuit. The wheel groaned, bolts shearing with a metallic screech. Her squad leveled rifles as steam vented. The hatch popped free. Vera yanked it wide. A human stepped out. Filthy flight suit. Close-cropped hair matted with sweat. Eyes sharp, unblinking. She clutched a twisted metal tag in one bloodied hand. No weapons visible. She moved like she'd done this 1,000 times. Steady, no stagger from the crash. Vera's rifle snapped up. Identify. Hands where I see them. The human, Mara Quinn, the tag screamed it, extended the rescue beacon from the drift. Battered, but etched clear. Quinn, M. Terra Red. Hero of the Nebula. Presumed dead after she vanished into the void post-rescue. Commander Vera Kor, Mara said. Voice calm, edged with fatigue. No accent barrier. Her translator implant hummed perfect galactic standard. I need your comms array, now. Vera's frills flared. The drift survivor. The human who dragged 30 souls from that wreck, fighting vacuum leaks and failing drives alone. 5 years. Legends said Corsairs vaporized her pod. But here she stood, handing over proof like it was yesterday. Squad, hold fire. Vera lowered her rifle a fraction. Full bioscan, weapons sweep. Quinn, you dropped off the charts. Explain the pod. Mara ignored the scan drones buzzing from the walls. They lit green. No bombs, no plagues. Her eyes flicked to the bay's comms jammer panel pulsing red under lockdown. No time.
Ash Corsairs inbound. 3 Raiders slaver config.
They'll hit your rescue beacon in 6 minutes. Kef gasped. She's right, the old tag freak. But how? Scan her. Vera ordered. Drones hummed closer, bathing Mara in blue light. Anomalies flashed. Elevated adrenaline, microfractures healing too fast, neural implants unknown spec. Human baseline, but pushed. Rook cut in over comms. Commander, false beacon just lit up Sector 7. Rescue call. Civilian freighter. Matches her vector. Vera's mandibles clicked. Trap. Corsairs loved faking distress to board stations. Quinn, step back. We verify. Mara moved. She slipped a thumb-sized tool from her suit pocket, a matte black cylinder, no markings. Before Vera's squad could cycle safeties, Mara slapped it against the jammer panel. Sparks flew. The red pulse died. Bay comms roared online. Quinn. Vera lunged, claws outstretched. Her guard tackled air. Mara sidestepped smooth, like water. 5 minutes, Mara said. She patched into the array. Her fingers danced over the emergency console. Epsilon. 7, this is Quinn, drift rescuer. Corsairs on intercept. Vector 270 Mark 12. Arm point defenses. Relay to fleet. The station's alert sirens wailed anew. Vera's comms exploded. Dr. Iluin Sato from Medbay. Commander scans confirm her ID, but physiology. Lock her down. Vera grabbed Mara's arm. Human skin warm, muscle unyielding, like gripping cable. Mara didn't fight. She hit transmit. The message blasted station-wide, then bounced to patrol nets. under 10 seconds from jammer kill to broadcast. Veyra's squad encircled them. Keth stared, frills rigid. It's her, the one who pulled me from the core breach. But, changed. Rook burst into the bay, toolkit clanking. Jammers fried clean. How'd she bypass without codes? His eyes narrowed at Mara. Human tricks? Mara pulled her arm free, gentle but firm. Veyra felt the strength, restrained. Not tricks. Priorities. Your defenses need spin-up time. Veyra's visor pinged. Scopes lit 3 blips, closing fast. Ash Corsairs, signatures, Raider spines, Slaver bays. The fake rescue beacon pulsed brighter. Doubt gnawed. Quinn's eyes held no deception. Just focus, like the drift logs. Human hauling debris barehanded, sealing hulls with scavenged gel while aliens panicked. But 5 years gone. What forged those scars? The tool? Scans whispered enhancements. Illegal under accord treaties. Doctor sighed.
Elune arrived, scanner in claw. Commander, her vitals cellular repair at 300% norm.
She's optimized. Mara met Veyra's gaze. I came back because you called. That beacon pinged me out there. She tapped the tag. Loyalty doesn't expire. Keth stepped forward. She saved us once. Let her. Explosions rocked the station. Corsair probes slammed shields.
Alarms! Screamed breach imminent. Veyra hesitated.
Trust the ghost? Or protocol?
Grant access, she growled. Doc Master Rook, get her to tactical.
Keth, liaise. Doctor, track her every move? Mara nodded once. Humble. No boast. She moved for the hatchway, squad parting. Veyra followed. Screens showed raiders vectoring in, slaver claws extending. The fake freighter vanished from scopes. Bait dropped. But Mara's hack had roused 2 patrol corvettes. They burned hot, minutes out. In tactical, Rook patched her to weapons grid. Prove it, human. Point defenses hot. Your call? Mara's hands blurred over controls. Turrets swiveled. Predictive locks snapping on lead raider. There. Fire on my mark. Veyra watched. Human fingers steady. No fear sweat. Corsairs loosed missiles. Station shuddered. Mark, lances of fire erupted. 2 raiders crumpled, venting atmo. The 3rd broke, fleeing. Silence fell. Crew stared. Keth whispered, How? Mara pocketed her tool. Practice. Veyra's comms buzzed, patrols inbound, Corsairs scattered. But scans lingered on Mara, unknown signals pulsing under skin. Dr. Elune leaned in. Commander, she's not just back, she's more. Loyalty proven. But what hid in the dark those 5 years, Mara swayed. Her hand clutched the console edge, eyes rolled back.
She crumpled to the deck.
Veyra lunged forward, grabbed her shoulders.
Human.
Report, Dr. Elune, shoved through the crowd. Hypospray hissed against Mara's neck. Sedative.
She's crashing. Guards, med bay, now.
Secure her. 2 security rushed in. Hoisted Mara's limp form. Veyra's claws dug into her palm. Trust the ghost? She'd just saved them. But those scans pulsed like hidden bombs. Tactical crew parted. Rook sealed the grid, shields holding commander. Patrols mopping stragglers. But her. Veyra strode after the guards. Keth trailed, mandibles clicking worry.
Alarms faded to yellow.
Station groaned from impacts. Med bay doors hissed open. Guards strapped Mara to the exam slab. Restraints clicked. Elune's scanners whirred alive. Veyra crossed arms, watched the readouts spike. Vitals? Elune's tendrils danced over hollow panels. Stabilizing. But look, red flags bloomed. Radiation scars layered like onion skins. Clotting factors rewired. Hyper-efficient. Implants nested in bone, non-standard alloy. She survived what kills humans repeatedly. Gamma bursts, vacuum exposure. Toxins that melt tissue. Keth gasped. How? She was baseline 5 years ago. Was she?
Elune magnified a scar.
Faint. Starburst pattern.
This is void radiation tattooing. Multiple doses. Her blood screams adaptation. Veyra's crest flattened. Mara saved their transport once. Pulled Keth's shuttle from Corsair claws. Vanished into the black. Legend grew. Now this. Changed. Dangerous? Full panel, Veyra ordered. No gaps. Elune nodded. Injected probes. Nanites swarmed Mara's veins. Data streamed. Hours blurred. They repaced the observation booth. Rook Comet. Updates. Patrol secured perimeter. Corsairs fled. But a new distress pinged, faint, from the debris field. Mara stirred. Restraints hummed taut. Her eyes snapped open. Clear. Assessing.
Ilune leaned in.
Mara Quinn.
Explain the mods.
Flexed fingers. Let me up. Answer first. Ilune tapped the scars. Radiation levels say you danced in a star's corona. Implants evade our scans. What happened out there? Silence. Mara's jaw set. 5 years. By business.
Bayra stepped to the glass. Activated intercom.
You hack our grid. Down Corsairs. Collapse like that. We decide if you're crew or cargo. Mara's gaze locked on Vera. Steady. No plea. Fair. Release me. 1 shuttle. 1 crew slot. I'll end this. Keth pressed forward. Commander. She. Vai Rook on split screen. Dockmaster? Rook grunted. Shuttles prepped for debris recovery. Corsairs might loop back. Risky. Ilune shook head. Her physiology's unstable. Could cascade. Mara spoke soft. Distress beacon. Active. Corsairs baited it.
Kids aboard. Let me go.
Veyra's spines tingled.
Kids?
Slavers prized young flesh. Proof. Mara recited coordinates. Precise. Vector locked to the ping. Freighter husk. Life signs fading. Your patrol's too slow. Ilune cross-checked. Beacon matched. She's right. 8 signatures. Small.
Terran standard mass.
Veyra waited. Protocol screamed quarantine. But Mara downed raiders clean. Hands like lightning. Humble practice. Loyalty burned in Keth's eyes. Controlled interview, Veyra decided. My oversight. Guard stay. 1 question at a time. Restraints unlocked. Mara sat up slow. No stagger. Color returned. Ilune hovered with scanner. First, Veyra said. The collapse. Old wound, Mara replied. Flat. Flared under stress? Managed? Ilune snorted. Managed? Your clotting's engineered. Platelets bond like armor weave. Mara shrugged. Adapted? Implants? Veyra pressed. Tools. Mara flexed arm. Faint glow under skin. For the dark. Keth leaned in. You vanished saving us. Corsairs boarded. You fought alone. How'd you survive? Mara's eyes softened. Fraction. Hid. Repaired. Waited. Got out. Rook patched in. Manifests don't lie. No human tech matches those signals. Mara stood, tested legs. Mine now. Shuttle? Veyra signaled guards. They flanked, stunners hot. 5 years ghosting. Mara met her stare. Heard your call. Same slavers. Unfinished. Rook barked. Contacts. Corsair wing. 3 heavies. Vectoring the beacon. Veyra's console lit.
Shields buckled prep. Time?
Minutes. Rook's voice edged. Patrol spinning up. Too late for kids. Ilune's scanner pinged. Mara's vitals peaked. Adrenaline analogs flooding.
She's priming.
Whatever she is.
Commander, she saved me once.
Trusts us enough to ask. Veyra nodded sharp. Shuttle yours Keth crews. Rook fuel and arms. Tag her with tackers. I lead from here. Dawn nodded. Guards parted. No triumph. Just purpose. Quinn. Veyra's voice stopped her. Fail, and you're done. Mara glanced back. Faint smile. Won't. Doors sealed. Veyra turned to tack feed. Shuttle undocked. Mara at helm. Keth strapped in. Corsairs closed. Claws gleamed. Beacon winked desperate. Ilune murmured. Her blood. It's rewriting itself for this.
Baida watched Mara accelerate into the fire.
Again, scanners deepened. Implants activated. Mara's shuttle blurred. Speed impossible. Weapons hot. Corsairs fired. Mara jinked. Returned plasma. 1 raider vented. Keth whooped over comms.
She's cutting them!
Veyra gripped console.
Loyalty tested!
What forged her? Radiation said hells, but compassion pulled her back. Second raider exploded. Third. Broke. Shuttle docked the husk. Mara boarded. Life signs stabilized. Back in medbay later, Mara delivered 8 kids. Terran orphans. Shivering. Alive. Vera met her at airlock.
You had that speed all along.
Mara knelt, wrapped a child in blankets,
Ilune scanned the kids. Clean.
then eyed Mara. Your turn. Full disclosure. Eyes shadowed. Corsairs have a hive. Bigger threat. Vera's comm buzzed. Rook. Scans confirm. Corsair mothership. Armed to teeth. Trust deepened. But shadows lingered. What hid in her blood? What waited in the dark? Rook slammed his fist on the ops console. Airlock 7's failing. Pressure dropping fast. Sabotage or not, Quinn. Fix it. 10 minutes or we seal the whole dock. No argument. She grabbed the toolkit from the wall rack and sprinted down the corridor. Thera followed at a distance, hand on her stun baton. Trust built on rescues didn't erase 5 years of void. Alarms blared. Red lights pulsed. Crew scattered from the corridor ahead. Mira skidded to a halt at the airlock panel. Gauges spun wild.
Hull breach imminent. Timers at 8 minutes, Rook barked over comms.
His voice echoed from Vera's earpiece. Manifest says that SEALs raided for Corsair rams.
Prove you're not planting more.
Mara ripped open the panel. Sparks flew. She yanked wires, rerouted power with bare hands. Vera edged closer, scanner active. No weapons on Mara. Just focus. Corridor pressure hit critical. Warning klaxons shrieked. Mara slapped the emergency vent override. Air whooshed out in a hurricane roar. Crew yelped behind bulkheads. Vera braced against the wall, suit seals hissing tight. Mara didn't flinch. She plunged into the depressurizing tube. 0G kicked in. Debris tumbled. She grabbed the outer hatch rim, barehanded. Metal groaned under her grip. Vera's scanner pinged. Mara's vitals spiked. Heart rate steady. Oxygen, holding, without a mask. Impossible. Mara wedged her toolkit into the breach seam. Hull metal buckled from micrometeor scars, were sabotage. She peeled it back like foil. Vacuum clawed at her. Then she slammed her palm over the hole. Sealed. By hand. Flesh against void. Vera's breath caught. Mara pulled sealant foam from her belt. Sprayed it thick. Circuits hummed. Pressure rebuilt. Gauge climbed green at 6 minutes. Crew doors hissed open. Rook stormed in. Scanner in hand.
How?
That breach was fist-sized. Human skin doesn't... Mara wiped foam from her fingers. Stepped back. Done. Test the lock. Rook cycled the airlock. It held.
Perfect seal.
He stared at her palm. No burns. No frost. You're not standard issue Terran. Vera stepped forward. She just saved your dock. Again. Mara met her eyes. More coming. Corsairs don't quit. Cross-checked his pad. Distress beacon just lit up. Edge of the belt. Matches the kid's story. Hive signature. But routes are suicide past the debris field. Mara leaned over his console, traced a path with her finger. Not this way. Blind spot here. She tapped a junction. Maintenance crawl space uncharted on public schemes. Skirts the rocks. Exits at grid 47. 1, 2. Veda froze. That crawl space? Classified. Never published. Built poster last visit. For security sweeps. How? Rook's ridges furrowed. That's not on manifests. How do you know? Mara shrugged. Memorized the station 5 years back. Patterns don't change. Vera's grip tightened on her baton.
Show me! Mara led them to a shadowed grate near engineering.
Pried it open. Dim service tunnel yawned. Corsairs hit beacons like this. Lure response teams. Trap them. Signature verified. Real distress. Life signs, dozens. Dozens. Vera's comm buzzed. Ilune. Kids are stable. But Mara's blood, nanites active, repairing her from the vacuum exposure. She's adapting real time. Vera watched Mara crawl ahead. Lithe, relentless. Keth appeared at the tunnel mouth, eyes wide. Alone? Not alone. Vera keyed her team channel. Alpha Squad. Gear up. Quinn's route. We move now. Rook hesitated.
Commander, that's Corsair territory. Mothership's shadow. She's earned it.
Vera sealed her helmet. Dropped into the tunnel after Mara. Crawl space hummed with conduits. Pointed out weak struts. Reinforce here last cycle. Still holds. Vera scanner mapped it.
Exact match to secure files.
You shouldn't know this. Mara glanced back. Saved you once. Learned your layout to do it better. Tunnel widened to a vent overlook. Debris field glittered beyond station viewports. Beacon pulsed on scans. 3 clicks out. Corsair signatures swarmed it. Keth squeezed beside Vera. She vanished after pulling us from that wreck. Thought she died. But look at her. Mara plotted on her wristpad. Their sensors missed the rocks. Dock at the husk's spine. Rook's voice crackled. Team assembled. Shuttle prepped your route. But Quinn, your shuttle mods earlier? That speed. Trade secret. Mara sealed the vent. Trust the path. Vera signaled her squad. 6 armored figures dropped in. Weapons hot. They piled into the shuttle bay via the crawlspace exit. Mara took helm again. Engines thrummed. Corsairs dotted scans. Mothership loomed, a spiked behemoth, claws extended for the bait wreck. Shuttle launched. Mara jinked through debris. Laser skimmed hull. Vera strapped tight.
Evade. Mara smiled faint. Accelerated.
Blur speed again. Corsairs overshot. Mara fired torpedoes. 2 raiders crumpled.
Grip this harness, like the old days.
Docked the wreck. Airlock spun. Mara breached first. Blaster in hand. Slaver packs guarded cryopods. Kids among them.
Corsairs charged.
Vera's squad poured fire. Mara waded in. Punches cracked exoskeletons. She dragged a pod free. Prioritize young ones. Ilune patched through med scans. Pods stable, but hives launching fighters. Get out. Vera covered Mara. Blasted a slaver lunging at her back. You fight like a machine. Mara hauled another pod. Fight like a human. For them, pods loaded. Shuttle sealed. Mara punched engines. Mothership fired. Beams lanced close. She rolled through the field. Blind spots, she called. Hit escape velocity. Back at station. Airlock cycled. Freed captives stumbled out. Gasps filled the bay. Rook tallied. 87 souls. No losses. Vera pulled Mara aside. That crawl space. Your blood. Explain. Mara's eyes shadowed. Void changed me. Experiments. Survived. Came back for unfinished work. Iluni rushed up. Canner whirring. Nanotites in your veins. Self-replicating. Radiation forged them? Not forged. Mara flexed her hand. The one that sealed vacuum. Skin gleamed unmarked. Chose them. To protect. Rook crossed arms. Mothership's turning. Full assault vector.
Vera stared at scans.
Hive closing. Trust solidified in her gut. Mara had mapped their defenses from memory. Saved them barehanded. Keth clapped Mara's shoulder. You're still her. Our ghost. Hive's core weakness. Engine vents. Exposed in the old raid logs. Vera's console lit. Incoming barrage. All hands battle stations. Shadows in Mara's blood? Maybe, but compassion burned brighter. The human who vanished proved it again. Alarms wailed. Corsair claws scraped the outer hull. Mara grabbed a rifle. I know the way. Vera slammed the shuttle's launch controls. Thrusters roared. The craft shot from the station's bay into the void. Mara gripped the co-pilot yoke beside her. Beacons 2 clicks out. Debris field ahead.
Vera scanned the scopes.
Wreckage from the old raid cluttered space. Twisted hulls. Frozen gases. The distress ping pulsed steady. Too steady. Ash Corsairs baited this. Abort? No. Mara locked eyes. Prisoners aboard that wreck. We go. Vera punched thrust. Shuttle bucked into the field. Chunks of metal loomed. She dodged a girder. Mara called pings. My proximity alerts chirped. Kill lights, Mara said. Vera flipped the switch. Darkness swallowed them. Instruments glowed faint. Mara took the yoke. Her hands danced over controls. Shuttle wove blind. Mine pings spiked. 5 meters.
Free.
Clear. Vera's claws dug into her seat.
How? Feel it. Mara banked hard.
A wreck spun past the canopy. Currents in the debris. Tells you what's coming. They ghosted deeper. Beacon sharpened. A raider corvette drifted coreward. Ash Corsair markings scarred its hull. Pods clung to its side like ticks. Escape craft crammed with captives. Vera armed weapons. Docking approach. Sensors screamed.
Ambush.
Raider escorts uncloaked. 3 fighters, claws extended. Beams lanced. Shuttle shuddered. Shields!
Mara rerouted power. Consoles flickered.
Bluefield snapped up, first beam splashed harmless.
Second, rock them. Veyra returned fire.
Railguns spat slugs. 1 fighter vented atmosphere. It spun dead. Flankers incoming, Mara said. She rolled the shuttle. Mines pinged wild now. Raiders herded them into the kill box. Veyra targeted the lead. Hit. Wreckage bloomed. But the third dove low. Torpedoes away. Mara yanked power from life support. Air chilled. Shields doubled. Torpedoes detonated short, shrapnel-pinged hull. Raiders opening bays. Veyra said. Prisoner pods ejected. Dozens tumbled free. Corsair corvette loomed. Fighters regrouped.
Cover me.
Mara said. She unstrapped. Grabbed a breather mask. Veyra's mandibles clicked. You're boarding? Alone? Mara sealed her suit. The one that knit vacuum wounds. Service hatch ventral. I opened the bay from inside. Get those pods. Shuttle matched vectors. Mara hit the airlock cycle. Veyra kept guns hot. Fighters circled. Airlock hissed open. Mara launched on tethers. She arced toward the corvette's belly. Debris whirled past. Veyra blasted a fighter's wing. It fragmented. Mara reached the hatch. Pry tools flashed. Metal groaned. She vanished inside. Pods drifted toward the shuttle. Veyra tractor beamed the first. Magnetic clamps grabbed. 2, 3. Raider guns swiveled. Beams grazed shields. Power dipped. Console crackled. Mara's voice. Inside. Guards down. 2 minutes to bay, Veyra hauled pod 4. Scans showed life signs, packed tight. Aliens like Keth, terrified. Fighters pressed. Veyra evaded, fired. Missed. Alarms wailed. Hull breach forward. Shrapnel from a mine. Mara, bay doors jamming. Corsairs locked the manual. Veyra growled. Can you?
Bay filling. Veyra, tractor at 11.
Raider shuddered. Internal explosions.
Mara's doing. Fighters broke off, chased a pod. Veyra pursued. Slugs tore one apart. Last fighter fled toward the debris. Mara, doors open. Pods launching. Get out.
Veyra spun the shuttle. Bay half full.
Dozens more pods spewed from the corvette. Chaos. But scopes lit. Corsair reinforcements. Mothership claws. Inbound. The bait snapped shut. Distress was bait, Veyra said. They're boxing us. Mara burst from the hatch. Tether yanked her back. She reeled in. Airlock cycled. She tumbled aboard, blood-flecked but whole. Only way out. Straight through the raider ship. Veyra stared. Mothership filled the canopy. Fighters swarmed anew. Mara strapped in, yoke in hands. Ram the ventral lock. I'll breach corward. Veyra checked shields. Flickering low. Pods secure 27 souls. 87 last time.
Mara nodded, throttled up.
Shuttle charged the corvette. Beams raked them. Shields held, barely. Veyra fired all guns. Raider hull buckled ahead. Collision klaxons blared. Impact. Metal screamed. Shuttle embedded nose first in the ventral bay. Sparks flew. Mara cut power, grabbed her rifle. Follow. Veyra unstrapped. Rifle in claws. They burst into the raider's guts. Red emergency lights pulsed. Air stank of ozone and fear. Corsair thugs charged, 4 armed brutes. Veyra dropped 1. Mara sidestepped 2. Shots cracked. Bodies hit deck. Path clear, Mara said.
She led down a conduit. Pipes hissed steam.
Veyra covered rear. Footfalls echoed. More Corsairs? They reached engineering. Vents glowed hot. Engine plasma throbbed. Mara slapped charges. These blowship cripples. We evac through the bay. Veyra planted her own. Pods away. Tractors pulled them. Stations en route.
They ran.
Alarms howled station-wide. Bulkheads slammed. Corsair squad blocked the bay. 10 strong. Blasters up. Mara vaulted crates. Fired mid-air. 2 down. Veyra flanked. Precision bursts.
Melee erupted.
Claws versus rifle butts. Veyra slashed a throat. Mara grappled. 1 twisted its arm. Snap. She fired point blank. Bay doors ahead. Pods gone. Shuttle wedged tight. Mothership loomed outside, claws scraping the Corvette. Explosions rocked the deck. Vents blew. Raider ship listed. Shuttle, Mara yelled. They dove aboard. Veyra sealed the bay. Mara punched engines reverse. Hull tore. They peeled free. Corsair Corvette vented plasma. Fighters scattered. Veyra hauled to the co-pilot seat. Scope showed pods streaming to station. All accounted. Mara rolled through debris. Mines pinged harmless now. Escape velocity hit. Station bay lights beckoned. Shuttle docked hard. Airlock cycled. Freed captives poured out. Gasps, cheers. Keth among them, eyes wide on Mara. Rook tallied. 27.
Perfect. Ilune scanned Mara.
Wounds, closing. Nanites, again. Claws firm.
You crawled vents.
Boarded alone. Mara wiped blood. Humble shrug. Had to. Corsair mothership retreated. Vents crippled. Logs proved right. Keth hugged Mara. Ghosts back. Whole. Veyra watched. Shadows in the blood. Forged or chosen. Didn't matter. Compassion carved the path, but scopes pinged. New signatures. Corsair reinforcements. Full fleet. Mara checked rifle.
Unfinished work calls.
Trust sealed in fire. All hands. Here she comes.
Veyra rounded the corner into the Raider corridor.
Alarms blared. Red lights strobed. Mara crouched ahead, rifle slung across her back. She wedged a severed bulkhead strut into the hatch frame. Twisting with both hands, she forced it tight. Metal groaned. The door buckled, jammed shut. Corsair claws scraped from the other side. Muffled roars echoed.
Quinn! Reinforcements breached Sector 7.
How many behind you? Mara grunted. Locked the strut in place. 5 down. 3 pinned. Captives secure in the next pod bay. She stood, wiped sweat from her brow. Blood smeared her cheek, but the cut already sealed. Veyra glanced at the jammed door. Sparks flew from Corsair plasma torches. That hold? Long enough. Mara snatched her rifle. Shuttles prepped. Move. They sprinted. Veyra's claws clicked on grated deck. Air recyclers whined, sucking smoke. Bodies slumped in the corridor. Raiders, twisted limbs, precise shots to vitals. Mara's work. Clean. Efficient. Keth waved from the pod bay ahead. Commander? Doors holding, but vents are hot. Freed captives huddled inside. Scaly hides, feathered crests, all trembling. Decompression welts bloomed on exposed skin. Ilune floated nearby in zero, tether clipped to a rail. She sprayed sealant foam on a victim's ruptured gill flaps.
Stabilize them, Veyra barked. Shuttle in, too. Mara shouldered past.
She grabbed the nearest captive, a lanky avian named Tyr, by the harness. Dragged him toward the shuttle hatch 50 meters down. 0G made it smooth. His feet trailed, claws scraping deck. Ilune glanced up. Her scanner beeped. Mara, your vitals. Heart rate steady at 225. Lactic acid clearing mid-fight.
Impossible later, Doc.
Mara hooked Tyr into a shuttle XL couch. Unloaded him like cargo. Grabbed the next, a burly quadruped groaning from burst capillaries. Veyra covered the rear. Pistol tracked the jammed door. Torch whine. Rook, shuttle status. Dockmaster Rook's voice crackled over comms. Bay secure. Engines hot. Corsair Corvette docking clamps engaged. 2 minutes to burn them off. Get those manifest aboard. Keth floated to Mara. His tendrils quivered. Survivor from the first rescue. 5 years back. He clutched a railing. You vanished. 5 years. We mourned you. Searched voids.
What happened? Corsairs say you're their ghost now. Changed.
Mara paused mid-drag, propping a feathered captive upright. She met Keth's eyes. No defensiveness. Just calm. Reached into her vest pouch. Pulled a data shard. Etched markings gleamed. Dates, names, hundreds. Alien script mixed with human glyphs. Proof, she said. Handed it over. Rescues. Everyone. Logged. Corsairs hunted me.
I hunted back.
Quiet. Keth's tendril snatched it. He slotted into his wristpad. Hollow flickered. Timestamps. Locations. Captive counts. 5 years of shadows. You, alone? His voice cracked. Mara nodded. Hoisted the captive into the shuttle. Had to. Now help Ilune. Explosions rocked the station. Bulkhead shuddered. Veyra braced.
Breach. Bay doors.
Rook yelled over comms. Corsairs in the shuttle bay. Fighters swarming outside. Clamp shearing, 30 seconds. Vera fired down the corridor. A Corsair burst through a side vent, claws extended.
Her shot punched its chest plate. It tumbled.
Mara spun, rifle barked twice. Headshots. Both down. Strap in. Mara herded the last captives. Ilune tethered her patients. Foam gun still pumping. Keth stared at the shard hollow.
200 rescues.
Solo. Why hide? Mara shoved him toward a couch. Trust builds slow. Earned it then. Earning it now. Shuttle bay klaxon screamed. Vera hit the ramp control. Hatch irised open. Chaos reigned. Rook blasted a Corsair from a catwalk. Sparks rained. Fighters clawed the outer hull, grapples biting. Corsairs poured from a fresh breach. Armored hulks, vibro claws humming.
10. 12. More.
Launch now, Rook shouted. I'll hold manifests. Mara vaulted the ramp. Reversed it halfway. No, all aboard. Vera grabbed Rook's arm. Yanked him in. That's an order. Ilune sealed medpods. Patients stable. Go. Captives strapped. 27 souls. Keth clutched the shard like a talisman. Corsairs charged the ramp. Mara stood at the threshold. Rifle cycled full auto. First raider shredded mid-leap. Second crumpled. Legs gone. She backed up the ramp, firing precise bursts. Vera aimed past her. Quinn. Inside. Mara glanced back. Captive's eyes wide. Fear. Awe. Ilune's scanner beeped again. Mara's blood pressure flatlined normal under fire. Bay doors cycling. Rook called from nav. Vacuum in 10. Corsair swarmed. Plasma bolts scorched the ramp edges. Mara took a graze to the shoulder. Flesh sizzled. She didn't flinch. Slammed the inner hatch control, but not fully. Quinn. Vera lunged. Mara twisted the panel. Overrode safeties.
Outer bay doors ground open ahead. Vacuum howled.
Air rushed out. Corsairs tumbled, claws scrabbling. She slapped the shuttle's emergency seal. Locked herself outside, in the bay. Exposed. No, Keth, unstrapped. Mara braced against the bay bulkhead. Rifle braced. Corsairs spun into void, but 3 clung to struts. Grapples held. They fired wildly. Vera pounded the viewport.
Quinn! Get in!
Mara waved them off. One hand punched shuttle launch overrides. Engines ignited. Thrusters flared blue. Rook wrestled controls. She's locked us out. Bay purge imminent. Through the glass, Mara fought. Rifle cracked. First Corsair vented blood into vacuum. Second grappled her leg. She stomped its helmet. Shoved it into the maw of opening bay doors. Last one lunged. Claws raked her suit. Tear opened. Air jetted from her shoulder.
She twisted jammed rifle muzzle under its jaw. Fired.
Station alarms peaked. Bay doors yawned wide. Mothership claws scraped outside. Fighters peeled away. Mara staggered to the shuttle's outer lock, slapped the final release. Shuttle lurched free. She tumbled with it, tethered.
No.
Vera gripped the co-pilot armrest. Scopes showed her silhouette against stars. Drifting, but alive, Sue held. Somehow, Ilune's scanner synced to external cams, no decompression. Seals reforming.
Nanites?
Physiologies, beyond scans. Keth pressed the shard to his chest.
She came back. For us.
Rook banked hard. Mines pinged harmless.
Station receded. Pods streamed behind. Earlier evacuees safe.
Vera watched Mara's form. Rifle still clutched. Eyes through visor locked on the shuttle. Humble. Relentless. Corsair fleet signatures bloomed on scopes. Full reinforcements. Motherships closing. Mara boosted her mag boots. Latched to the shuttle hull. Crawled forward. Toward the dorsal gun turret. Rook whistled. She's climbing.
In vacuum.
Vera nodded. Claws tight on controls. All hands. Ghosts on point. Weapons free. Trust sealed. But what forged her in those 5 years? Shadows clung. Mara reached the turret. Swiveled turret guns blazed. Plasma bolts streaked past the shuttle's hull. Mara swiveled the dorsal mount. Tracers lit the void. Corsair fighters shattered. One exploded in silent fire. Debris spraying wide. Vera gripped the co-pilot console. Scopes tracked the kills. Rook, punch it. Dock now. Engines flared. Shuttle surged toward the station's emergency berth. Keth clutched his shard necklace. She's buying us time. Iluni's scanner beeped. Mara's vitals stable.
Heart rate elevated but controlled.
Impossible in vacuum. Rook dodged a missile lock. Prisoners secure in the hold. 3 Corsairs, bound tight. Shuttle shuddered into the berth, clamps engaged with a hydraulic crunch. Airlock cycled. Vera slapped the release.
Security teams swarmed in. Commander, a junior officer saluted.
Dockmaster Rook reports prisoners from the fighter base skirmish, but Scopes. Corsairs tracked our jump signature. Motherships inbound, 8 to 15 minutes. They're vectoring on civilian modules. Vera's mandibles clicked. Evac protocols. Pods to safe distance. Armory, full alert. Mara dropped from the hull onto the berth deck. Suit seals hissed shut, rifle slung across her back. She pulled off her helmet. Sweat beaded her brow. No blood from the clottier. Keth rushed forward. Ghost, you. Later.
Mara scanned the scopes on the wall panel. They're splitting.
Fighters peeling toward hab blocks. Civilians trapped. Vera eyed her. 5 years gone. Back like this. You heard. Motherships locked on. Mara nodded. Tapped the panel. Decoy grid. Pull them off, civvies. Rook snorted from the shuttle ramp.
Decoy? With what?
Scrap bins.
Exactly. Mara strode to the maintenance lockers.
Yanked out conduit spools, power cells, old beacon housings. Wreckage from the earlier raid.
Ilune tilted her head. Those are junk.
No output. Mara welded leads with a plasma torch. Hands steady. Amplify the junk. Sync to station distress freaks. Grid them in a false evac pattern. Vera watched. Mara twisted wires. Soldered nodes. 10 minutes flat. A lattice of mock beacons pulsed to life on the scopes. Ghost signatures blooming away from the station core. Position them. Mara hefted the bundle. Jetpack ignited. She boosted out the berth airlock. Rook checked manifests. That's dock scrap. Shouldn't work. It will. Vera keyed comms. Teams, cover her deploy. Mara jetted through the station's outer ring. Magnetic grapples fired. She clamped beacons to derelict hull plates, cargo pods, asteroid debris. Each pinged active. False life signs. Power flares. Evac chatter simulated. Corsair scopes lit up. Fighters banked hard. Motherships adjusted course. Toward the decoys, Vera's console chimed. It worked. Raiders diverted. But one's boarding node latched on Module 7. Civvies pinned. Keth growled. My kin are there. Mara rocketed back, landed light. Counter rescue. Now. Vera hesitated. Prisoners in the brig squawked through vents. Corsair reinforcements closing. Trust her?
Again? Ilune leaned in.
Her physiology. Nanites rebuilding tissue in real time. Not standard human. Authorize it. Vera slapped the panel. Mara leads. Security team. Keth, Rook, 2 heavies. Maintenance, shafts to boarding node. Team geared up. Rifles charged. Breaches primed. Mara pointed to a grate. Shafts bypassed their sensors. Follow tight. They pried the cover. Crawled in. Pipes hummed hot. Vera's armor scraped walls. Mara moved fluid, silent, ahead. Keth whispered. Like the first rescue. You vanish after. Mara's voice echoed soft. Shaft narrowed. Raider chatter filtered through grates. Clawed feet stomped above. Rook grunted. Trap ahead. Pressure sensor. Mara pulled a vibro knife. Sliced the plate. Rewired the sensor blind. No ping. How? They emerged in the boarding node shadows. Raider ship, fused to the hull. Reactor hum vibrating the deck. 10 Corsairs guarded the breach. Claws out. Slaver whips cracked. Civvies huddled beyond. Keth's family among them. Flashed fingers. 3, 2, 1. Heavies breached smoke grenades. Security poured fire. Raiders lunged. Blasters scorched walls. Vera dropped one-shot center mass. Keth grappled another, shard flashing as he stabbed. Mara ghosted left. Knife sliced a power conduit. Raider shields flickered dead. Rook pinned a slaver. Yield! Last Corsair charged Mara. Claws raked air. She sidestepped. Jammed rifle stock into its jaw.
Down! Node secured!
Civvies rushed to safety. But the ship. Reactor spiking, scopes showed overload, mothership venting plasma. Iluna's voice crackled.
They're scuttling. To take the module, Veyra keyed external.
Mata, evac, it's rigged. Mara bolted to the fusion core access. Prized the panel.
Safety's first.
Rook balked. That's Corsair tech. Locks quantum encrypted. Her torch whirred. Precision cuts, micro incisions along coolant lines, bypass relays, no brute force. Wires parted like silk. Reactor whine peaked, then dropped. Safeties disengaged clean. Overload aborted. Corsair bridge hailed. Captain's rasp. What sorcery? Reactor cold. We surrender. Veyra stared. Mara wiped torch residue. Humble shrug. No detonation needed. Keth gripped her shoulder. Ghost. What are you now? Mara met Veyra's eyes. Same as before. Here to finish. Alarms blared anew. Fresh Corsair signatures. Fleet core closing on the decoys. But one broke through. Straight for the station heart. Veyra's mandibles set. Trust deepened. But shadows lingered.
What forged her? And what came next?
Veyra's claw slammed the council chamber's central console. Mara's data shard ignited the hollow display, projecting a cascade of rescue logs across the curved walls. Gasps rippled from the seated officers, Rook, Ilun, Kef, and the sector liaison. 5 years, Veyra barked. She didn't vanish. Look. The first log bloomed, a gutted freighter in the Veil Nebula, hull breached, crew suffocating. Mara's suit cam showed her jetting solo through debris storms, sealing hatches with scavenged foam, hauling limp forms to her shuttle one by one. Timestamp, 3 months after she saved their transport. Rook leaned forward, his docking antennae twitching. Manifests don't lie. That's our old signature on that hauler she docked with. She piggybacked our emergency relays, next log chained in. Radiation-swept asteroids near Koreth Drift. Mara wrestled the pod free from a collapsing mine, her body glowing under Geiger overlays, levels that would have pulped any Xeno. She dragged it to a neutral beacon, signaled pickup, then ghosted away. Ilune's frills flattened. Impossible. Human baselines fry at half that dose. Veyra synced the shard to station archives. Lines spider-webbed out, dozens of runs, threading sectors like a hidden web. She bounced our protocols. Kept the chain alive. Every distress we logged as ghosted, her. Keth's vents hissed approval. The ghost. She never stopped. The chamber doors hissed open. Mara strode in, flight suit scarred from the Bay 9 brawl, torch still clipped to her belt. Corsair blood flecked her gloves. She nodded once at Veyra, then halted at the display. Council eyes locked on her. Rook tapped his pad. Logs check. But who funded this? Solo humans don't run black market oxy that deep. Mara's shoulder shrugged, humble. No boast. Traded what I could.
Ilune rose,
Her scanner arm whirring.
not enough.
Pull up the registry. She jacked into the console. A new overlay bloomed. Black market implant logs, flagged from fringe mednets. Mara's face stamped beside entries. Nanite weaves for vacuum tolerance, dermal rad shields, neural boosters for zero torque. Veyra's mandibles clicked. You carved yourself open. For this, Mara met her gaze steady. Saves lives faster. No time for suits that fail. Iluni circled the hollow, stylus probing readouts. These aren't standard augments. Self-administered. Scar tissue shows jury rigs, vacuum seals in your lungs, bone lattices for high G pulls. You'd survive a sungraze now. But the cost? Paid it, Mara said flat. Kept going. Rook snorted. Pragmatic, but risky. One glitch, and you're debris. Keth shot to his feet, claws flexing. Enough tests. She just aborted a Corsair reactor meltdown. Their tech, quantum locked. Saved the module, took their surrender. Station owes her. Silence gripped the chamber. Veyra scanned faces. Rook's skepticism. Ilun's clinical frown. Keth's fierce grip on his chair arm. Outside, the captured Corsair mothership drifted under guard drones. The breakthrough raider? Mara had vectored it into an asteroid shear on approach. Clean kill, no station damage. Veyra waited. Trust flickered, forged in Bay 9's chaos. But shadows clung. What else hid under that skin? Keth turned to Mara. Asylum status. Full station rights. You're one of us. Mara paused. Her eyes flicked to the hollow chains, endless distress pings she'd chased alone. Accepted. One condition. Fund future runs. Shuttles, oxy, relays. Make the chain official. Rook balked.
Out of pocket? Logistics nightmare.
Cheaper than losing modules, Keth snapped. She proves it works. Hello? This is my natural voice. Physiology holds. Scans from the fight confirm. Implants stable, no cascade risks. Decision locked. She pulled a security badge from her vest. Gold etched. Full access. Extended it. Earned. Wear it, but answer to me.
Mara clipped it on without flourish. Fair.
Council murmurs approved. Veyra dismissed them with a claw wave. Back to posts. Corsairs in lockup need processing. They filed out. Mara lingered. Eyes on the fading hollow. Veyra studied her. Humble stance, but that torch word faint, like a heartbeat.
Bay 9.
Veyra said. Gear up your shuttle. Rook's manifests incoming. Mara nodded. Turned for the corridor. Her boots echoed soft on deck plates. Veyra followed at a distance. Mind churning. Loyalty proven. Compassion carved into flesh. But the dark? What forged that precision? Halfway to the bays, alarms shrieked anew. Red lights pulsed. The central board lit. Distress beacon. Priority Alpha. Civilian liner Corsair Wolfpack inbound. Breach imminent. 5 minutes to intercept. Veyra bolted to the comms panel. All hands, scramble wings. Rook's voice crackled. Vectors locked, but they're decoying faint on the liner, real push on our power relays. Casualties projected, 80% if we split. Mara halted at Bay 9's hatch. She spun, badge glinting. Funded yet? Veyra keyed her direct. Shards in the queue. Go. Thrusters roared to life. Shuttle bay doors ground open.
Keth sprinted up beside Veyra.
She's soloing? Not anymore.
Veyra grabbed her harness. Wing with her.
Iluni medbay prepped. Rook, feed her manifests. Live. The shuttle streaked out, a silver dart against the starfield. Corsair signatures swarmed the liner's ping. Claws closing. Veyra watched scopes. Mara's vector sliced clean through the pack. No hesitation. One Corsair broke formation, angling for the station's flank, relay nodes exposed.
They're splitting her, Rook growled over comms.
Mara's voice cut in. Calm. On it. Liner first. Veyra's claws dug into the console. Trust her. But the shadows. What if they swallowed them all? A new ping spiked. Faint. Desperate. Another distress. Buried in the noise. Not the liner. A pod cluster. Drifting cold. Mara's shuttle jinked. She saw it too. The bill came due. Now.